Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm here with the very talented and very beautiful RAE. She is an amazing artist. She does wonderful music, and actually I listen to it because you guys know I'm a rocker and I love, rock and roll and stuff, but her music is freaking off the hook. If you want to follow her, it's at RAE Official.
RAE Music Official.
RAE Music Official. I knew that. RAE Music Official. She's really good. Check her out. So you love chicken.
Yes, love chicken.
Right.
Pretty much styled anyway. I think that's the biggest protein that I have in my diet right now.
The biggest protein you have in your diet. Why chicken specifically?
I don't know, I just love it. I'm not like a huge fan of red meat personally. It's just like I love chicken, and I feel like it can be paired with a bunch of different things.
That's awesome. We spoke a little bit earlier and you told me you love like Asian flavors and whatnot. Well, guess what? You're lucky because today I'm teaching you how to make a delicious American roasted chicken infused with a bunch of Asian flavors.
Let's do it.
You ready to get started? You ready to learn how to do this?
I'm in, got my hands washed.
Your hands washed? You ready to get them dirty
good.
too?
Yeah.
Excellent. So tell me, how'd you get inspired with music?
Well, I was born into a family of musicians. My dad's actually a classic rock drummer, so it's
no
funny
way.
that. So I have that in me, just like that, that percussion kind of rhythm. And I took that route, and I really loved Janis Joplin, Amy Winehouse, all those influential women singers, and was super inspired by them, and kind of molded my own music based on them.
You do have a little bit of that Amy Winehouse kind of thing.
Oh, thank you.
So it
No,
sounds,
that's
I'm
huge
telling you, it
compliment.
sounds really,
Huge
really
compliment.
good.
Thank you.
I mean, I will Bon Jovi the shit out of you, but hey, let's not talk about that.
Maybe later. Maybe later.
Gotta go karaoke.
I'm in.
All right, so first things first, we have a bird right in front of us that has been plucked, and the good fun stuff. It's a chicken. It's just a chicken, and we patted it dry. Because if we don't pat it dry, if it's all wet, we're not going to be able to season it properly, okay? So, first things first is, do you know how to tuck in the wings?
Couldn't even begin to
Couldn't
tell
even
you how
begin.
to do this.
Okay,
Yeah.
so why don't you grab the wings? I'm going to show you how to do it, okay? Now, when you're roasting it, this is the best way to do it. Yeah, I know it's sitting.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. See this part? Perfect. Just tuck it right behind it.
Tuck it.
Yep.
Cool.
Now what this does, it holds it down and it gives it a nice even roast. Now some people also like to tuck in the legs and they like to tie the legs together. Sure, but in this recipe I'm just gonna just let it hang.
Okay.
Like let loose and let everything get happy. Exactly. So when you season chicken, okay, first things first is you gotta make sure that you season the cavity inside. Okay? Do you know why we season the cavity inside? Because everything from inside kind of like perfumates the rest of the bird. So it kind of, I don't want to say aromatizes the bird, if that's a word. I mean, I like to make up words.
It sounds good.
But you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So in all those aromats inside
thing.
infuses the whole chicken. Correct. Now it could be a turkey, it could be a duck, whatever it is that you are stuffing inside, that you're roasting. All those flavors are going to get enhanced inside that chicken. So having said that, I'm gonna hold the bird, and why don't you go ahead and just grab a little bit of salt and fresh cracked pepper.
Okay. With my hands?
Yep, that's right, your hand. We're cooking, dude.
Here we go. Here we go.
Not with your mouth. Season inside. Just drop it in. Perfect. Maybe a little more.
Get it up in there.
That's it. And some pepper.
Cool.
Perfecto.
Yay.
So now what I'm gonna do is, since we're doing a lot of Asian flavors and Asian inspirations, I'm gonna take a little bit of this hoisin sauce.
And what is this? Hoisin sauce?
Hoisin, yep. Putting just a little bit in there, just like that. A little bit of oyster sauce.
And what do those flavors do? Like, what is that flavor? What will that give it?
It'll give it more of kind of like a rustic density. It's a little sweet, but not as sweet as hoisin.
Okay.
So it gives that Asian flavor, like in the background, kind of like, what is that? Like
Right,
a little
like
bit
a
of that
kick.
soy, right? It's not soy. It's kind of like a gingery kind of sweetness behind it. So I really like oyster sauce. Next, what we're gonna do is add a couple of sprigs of rosemary and just drop that right in there. Go ahead, push.
Wow. Here we go.
You're doing it. You're doing it.
Stuffing the chicken.
Stuffing the chicken. Half of this garlic. Okay. So, this half of the garlic, just put it in the roasting pan right behind you. Perfecto. And we're going to take some of this ginger. We're going to cut this in half as well.
There's a lot of ginger flavors I'm noticing.
Absolutely.
From that and that.
Definitely. We're going to take our hammer and we're going to just gently tap the ginger. Go ahead.
Wow, this is my job.
This is your job.
Here we go.
You do it.
This side?
Yep. Really?
Go harder than
Oh,
this?
yeah. You'll do the lemongrass.
Okay. Oh, wow. Got it.
Why don't you do the next ginger piece?
Okay.
Perfect.
Yay!
Now, the reason why we're doing it is what's going on here is that we're extracting all the natural oils out of the ginger, and we're going to stuff it inside the chicken. At the same time, it's also going to go in our roasting pan as well. So that goes there. Put that in the roasting pan.
Cool.
Awesome. Next, what we're going to do is take lemongrass. Just going to cut this in half. Okay. So why don't you go ahead and pound the living lights out of it.
Living lights. Here we go.
That's good on that, but a little bit more on this one.
Great way to get out anger, I feel like.
Yeah, it works.
Pound your lemongrass, folks.
Perfect.
Cool.
See, look at those oils that
Oh,
are
wow.
coming out. You see that?
Yeah.
So smell it.
Oh my gosh, it smells
You
delicious.
see how it's all in there? So it's going to be a lot easier for the aromats to really come out of the lemongrass into that chicken. Okay, we're going to put that in there just like that.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get our bird up again. Now you see that cilantro? We're also going to put this into our bird. Okay. Cilantro is
I love
also
cilantro.
yeah, it's an herb used widely in Asia, believe it or not. Especially in Vietnamese cooking and Thai cooking. Crazy. Take that orange. Yep, and just stuff it right in.
Whole orange.
Whole orange. Perfecto. Now, what we're gonna do is just kind of wrap it just like that. See, so it's folded inside the skin. See?
Yeah.
And that is that. Now we're gonna start getting really happy here. What I mean by that is, well, the bird's gonna get happy because he's about to get massaged. Take a little bit of that extra virgin olive oil and just drizzle around on the bird. That's it. Perfect. Now season it with salt and pepper. Perfect. That's okay. Perfect. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our Chef Brik seasonings right here. See, this is the smoky citrus habanero. Why don't you go ahead and smell that and show it to the
spicy?
camera? Oh yeah. It's got a nice little kick to it.
And just sprinkle it on.
Yeah, sprinkle it on. Be generous.
Generous.
Generous. Come on, sing
Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up.
Generous. Isn't there a song, Generous?
I don't know.
No, not
Generous.
no.
We should make it up if not.
Let's go, sing it.
Yeah, I'll give you a royalty.
Go.
Generous.
We harmonize. You hear that?
More than
I
this
love
is
music.
good.
What can I do? That's good. All right, so now massage the chicken.
Massage the chicken.
Massage the chicken. Well, no. Okay, what I mean like this. See that? Because you want to really make sure that you really marinate this whole bird. See, we're gonna spread that oil around. Oops, there goes the orange. Okay. Get those legs in there. And I just like, see how I just massage. Perfect. Excellent. See that? Look how that looks. I mean, it's not even cooked and already looks
Yeah,
delicious,
it smells
doesn't
great.
it?
It smells
Doesn't
super
it? It looks delicious already.
good.
All right, okay. So you already got the garlic in there, you already got the ginger in there. Now we're gonna take about 3/4 cup of sake. Okay.
Bottoms up.
Yes, ma'am. And another 3/4 cup to 1 cup of white wine.
Definitely my type of food.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's all kinds of type of food right here, if you know what I'm saying. So, and we're gonna take equal amounts of chicken stock. Okay. Perfect. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our bird in here. Okay. Next, why don't you go ahead and take the rest of that thyme and rosemary and just kind of spread it around. Generous. sure it's all nice and even inside that pan. So next thing is we're going to take this spicy chili pepper, also just pound it because we're extracting all those oils. See that? And we're going to take another piece of lemongrass.
Yeah.
Bam. All right, put that in there. And we're going to take just a couple of scallions. Okay. Scallions are also very important in Asian cooking. They bring out beautiful elements, something that's like a sharpness but not spicy into the food.
Wow, I would have never thought that.
Now that that's there, we're going to take this with some foil and we're going to wrap it. Because we're going to steam it for about an hour. Okay. Now, don't worry, you'll have this recipe. I know you're probably like, oh my God, I can't remember everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry. Okay.
I feel like I already smell everything.
Go ahead.
Together.
Help away. So we got to make sure that it's covered all the way around so that the bird can actually steam. We have a preheated oven at 375 degrees. I'm going to roast this for about an hour. And then once that's finished, we're going to take the foil off and then let it brown the actual outside for about 20 to 30 minutes on the outside. So you'll see how it's going to look. It's going to look amazing.
Can't wait.
I know. So now that we got the chicken in the oven, we're going to get started on cooking our rice. We're going to wait about an hour, remember, because we have to take off the foil, and then we're going to put it back in the oven to let it continue roasting and get the skin nice and crispy. In the meantime, we're going to get started on our rice, and what do you say we had a couple cocktails?
Yeah, I'm in.
You down for that?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go. Now we're going to get started on our coconut citrus jasmine rice. So here we have 1 cup of pre-rinsed jasmine rice. We rinsed it already with a colander for about 5 minutes under running cold water. What that does is that it rinses out starch and the impurities out of that rice. Okay,
Awesome.
so we're gonna get a beautiful fluffy rice. And at the same time, it helps the rice cook evenly because water is going to be absorbed into that rice. Okay, so go ahead, pop that in there. Now we have 2 cups of water right behind you. Okay, pop that in there. Perfect. So the ratio of rice is 2 cups of water to 1 cup of uncooked rice. Now we're going to add a little bit of lemongrass to this because we want to make sure that the rice also gets a little bit of that infused flavor of that lemongrass, okay? So we're going to turn it on to high heat because we want to bring this first to a boil, okay? And then when it comes to boil, we're going to cover it and then we're going to turn it down to about a medium-low heat. So that way the rice starts cooking and starts absorbing all that water and that lemongrass and it really infuses. Also season it with a little bit of salt. A little more. Perfect. Now we're going to wait for it to come to boil and then we're going to pop the lid and wait for it to cook for about another 20 minutes, so stick around. So the way we're going to flavor our coconut citrus jasmine rice is we're going to first start by melting a little bit of butter. Perfect. Okay, and now we're going to take our zester.
Okay.
Perfect. And you're going to start zesting all of those citruses right into this butter.
Okay.
Okay? Perfect. That's good.
Cool.
Now get some lime in there.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now what we're doing here is that we're zesting the citrus into that butter. Zest has those natural oils, those delicious flavors from all of those citruses, right? All those different citruses. That's where you get the maximum pungent of the citrus. And we're going to infuse that into our butter.
A little orange.
Perfect. Excellent. So we're just going to let that sit. We're just going to put that aside and just let the butter get happy and all those flavors start to infuse. And then we're going to show you how we're going to put it together, so stick around. So we're back in here. We're about to make this wonderful dish. And Ray, I love your name. Can you tell me about it? Like, where did Ray come from?
Yeah, so I used to sign all my lyrics Ray at the end of writing them, and it's actually my initials. But I changed that acronym to Remaining Always Empowered. And I think it's super important for each person to remain in their truth and go after whatever they believe in. And so my movement as an artist and a brand is to inspire people to consistently remain always empowered.
I love that. I love that. So, Ray, remaining always empowered.
Yes.
That is so dope. I love that.
Thank
I
you.
love that. I mean, Chef Brik. So, what would Brik be? Bringing recipes into
Into kitchens.
kitchens.
Yay!
those cocktails really kicked in. All right, so let's get started. So our rice is done. Our chicken is about a minute away from being finally cooked. So we're gonna take our rice. See, look at all that.
Oh my gosh, it smells so good.
How good does that smell?
So good.
So you guys look at all that rice infused with that lemongrass. So we're gonna pour it into this glass bowl right here. See how nice and fluffy that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we want. Okay. Perfect. Now we're just gonna discard the lemongrass.
Oh, there's one more in here.
Careful, it's hot. Perfect. Guys, remember that citrus butter that we made?
Yeah.
So we're gonna add that into our rice.
Which, by the way, you can't smell this. You can only see it, but it smells so good.
Thank you for saying
No,
that
it
because I
does.
say that to them all the
It
time.
smells
man.
so freaking good. Like walking back in here after
Right.
this is done.
Now a little bit of coconut flakes. Why don't you go ahead and pour some in there?
Okay.
And a little more. And perfect. Now some salt. That should do it.
Cool.
Perfect. Now we're just gonna kind of mix this
Stir it all
together.
up. Stir it all up.
That's a new song.
Yeah.
I like that. Sing that again. Oh, there's our buzzer. Chicken's ready. So, just gonna mix that all up together. Why don't you go ahead and
Yeah.
finish that? Okay, so what I always tell everybody is you must taste your food, okay? Because you don't know if you need more salt, if you don't know if you need to add a little bit more sugar, some pepper, whatever it might be, right?
Yeah.
So you always want to taste it before you actually serve it. So I got 1 spoon for you, 1 spoon for me. Okay, let's dig in there and see what we think.
Good.
What I want to do in here is I want to add just a couple of sliced scallions in there. I just want to bring out that natural zestiness and just something to counterbalance that.
It's you're a machine.
That's what they say. Just dump that right all in there. And go ahead, stir that up. Perfect. Yes.
Get it all up in there.
Get it all up in there. What?
Get a jingle for every step.
So look what we're gonna do. We're gonna just discard all the major big stuff. Okay. And just put that in the sieve so we make sure we get all the juices out of there. See that? Look at
Yeah. Looks good.
that. Smells
Brown.
amazing. Yup. Lemongrass piece that we put in there earlier.
Whoa.
Look at all that juice.
Juicy.
Juicy. Yes, indeed. Oops. Man
Man
down.
down.
Okay. Alright, get that chili out of there. Cool. I just want to make sure that I get all of that juice out of here. Because that's where all the big flavor is, right? That bold flavor. Set that in here. So I can discard that later. Now, check this out. See this garlic? Look at that. It's beautiful roasted garlic pieces in there. I mean, look at those. And see, they're just, if you squeeze them,
Yeah.
they're just like coming apart. You see that?
Amazing.
Look at that. So what I want to do is I actually want to squeeze that garlic into this. So I'm going to squeeze that into the sauce. See that?
Yeah.
Just getting all of that delicious garlic in there. See that? Just like that. Perfect. Set that aside right there. Now I'm going to take our bird. Now we're going to take our bird.
Oh, wow.
I know, this is the real deal. And we're going to just place it gently on our cutting board. I mean, look at that. Everything's just kind of like falling off the bone right now. See that? Look at
So
that.
tender.
Yes. Remember that orange you were asking me, what are we going to do with that orange?
Yeah.
Watch this. Take it out. Okay. Just cut it in half. Okay. I'm just going to squeeze that orange right into this sauce. See that?
Yeah.
Discard that. And squeeze the rest of that in there as well. Perfect. Would you mind bringing that closer to me? Perfect. Excellent. Watch your hands. And now we're just going to strain that. And that's going to be our sauce for the chicken. Can I get a ooh? Just press down that garlic and the rest of that sauce. See that?
Yeah. Get extra flavors.
Absolutely. See, it's all just coming down into that sauce. Mmm. Perfect. Look at that. So we're going to take our rice. Okay. Put some on the plate. I know that's going to be your portion. Right? Just like so. Yeah, a little more, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. There you go. Start cutting the chicken.
Woo! Got fun part.
All right. Now, just take a look at how juicy and succulent this is. I mean, like, look. See how it's just falling off the bone?
It really is.
It really is, right? I mean, look at that.
What? Effortlessly.
Right? I'm like, literally,
Yeah,
there's no effort in
effortless.
here. Right? Look at that.
Wow.
Just literally just coming off, pulling off the bone. Okay, look at that.
Wow.
Right?
Look at that piece.
Look at that piece. Just
okay.
cut that right there.
Okay.
Just like that. Put that
Wow.
right there. Give it a nice little drumstick right there.
Ooh.
Okay?
That's the food dance.
That's the food dance. I love that food dance. Now we're going to take a little bit of that delicious sauce. Right? And just pour right on top of that.
Look at that.
There we go. Look at that.
Wow. Look at that.
And now, of course, we're going to put a little bit of cilantro right on there, just for some flavor. All right, Ray, tell me what you think.
I'm going in.
She's going in.
I'm going in, folks.
Looks like you don't even need a knife for that.
Now it's just falling off. Get some little rice up in here. Oh my goodness. It's so good. It's so good. It's literally falling off the bone. Like, it's insane. I really don't have to use my knife at all. Oh.
Show how you're doing.
Watch. This piece, not even using my knife. Little rice.
And that is your Asian marinated roasted American style chicken with a coconut citrus jasmine rice. Follow Ray at Ray Music Official and at the same time at Chef Brik. Like and subscribe. Bon appetit and enjoy.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.